in the tree.
Huh?
Rattle trap up in the tree.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah.
I think they're a little deeper than that.
Yeah. You can see them if they's up there.
Oh, there you go. No, I think that's a good way to go.
Maybe it's okay to come back here. Number one. Solid 3.5 pound fish. Woohoo!
Need it?
Nah.
Eh?
No, too short.
Everything to have.
You go need some leverage now. If you'll stop wiggling, I'll let you go. I missed a good one right there the other day. Actually under that dock. Ooh, that's a good fish. That's 8-pound lines. Nice grab.
Eat it soon.
He was munching on some nut rig, wasn't he?
Eat it up. Of course, Ned rig doesn't take much to disappear. It's not like you hung a 10XD in there.
Solid 2 3/4. No, yeah. No, he's 2 3/4. Who was not supposed to be in town caught her and I in her kitchen on her counter.
Whoops.
Yeah. Oh my God, Mom! Hi there.
Hey.
First time I ever met her. Hi there. I've heard all about you. There's fish. Fish, 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 fish.
Oh. That's a good one, golly.
Huh?
Another good one.
A bite, it's a good one.
Showing your voice.
Sorry, I was going fish, 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 fish.
That was one of those like, ain't no doubt what that is.
Woo. That one got the good hook. Another 3-ish pound fish. Leave it shut for me if you would. One of my buddies, captain, or not captain, but rode as an observer last year in Steve Reese's boat.
Yeah.
He said Steve did not have anything except a towel in any of his front boxes.
Really?
He said every piece of tackle he had was behind the scenes, which I couldn't get all my tackle back.
You have to be pretty damn dialed in.
And he wasn't. He was not good. Great spot. Make it cheap.
It's long though. I was coming. She's too fast.
Yeah, no. On trader hook. Ooh, he's getting really close. Let you shut your mouth, brother. Oh yeah, okay.
Very nice.
Huh?
Very nice.
All right, boys and girls, this is about my 5th take at trying to get this report done. I keep having to delete them because of the profanity. So my practice up here, I was not getting a lot of bites, but the bites I was getting were really good quality bites. So most of my bites were coming on a well, my first good bite, I think, if I remember the order, was a wiggle work bite. So we were sharing. I was staying up here with Josh Hilton from Arkansas and Chris Jones from Oklahoma, and Josh had caught 16, almost 17 pounds, and Josh, it was not 17 pounds, it was 16 pounds in the BFL Saturday, and he was throwing a black crankbait, and the water was dirty, and everybody else that was talking seemed to be throwing a spinnerbait and throwing the Jason Christie spinnerbait, which is a big heavy spinnerbait with a number 5 or a number 6 Colorado, so a big thumping bait. And I caught a 4.5-ish pound fish right here.
What is a Shelby? A Mustang?
Yeah.
All right. So Shelby built.
Well, a Cobra is
Okay.
a AC Cobra.
So Shelby built. Here we go.
There you go. It's the right place too. Look at that. Was that a catfish?
No, I think that don't got no whiskey.
You want me to get it? Ain't got anybody around, so let me lift it.
No, I'm gonna play it around over here. Show everybody at home, and I can still catch a fish.
Okay. Well, it gets better than that back here.
That's a dandy right there. Ooh, that big old pretty fish. There you go. Show them Texan folks how a boy from Texas catches an open bass. Oh, I take a sack full of those, Kev.
So I caught that fish on a wiggle wart, and then I went out and I got on basically just some spinnerbait fish, and the spinnerbait fish were in the dirty water. So the lake, there's a couple of rivers that come in. I believe there's 3. The Neosho, Spring maybe, and the Elk. I think it's the 3. I may be getting that wrong, but the dirty water was kind of mid-lake up, and but it was moving south, and I got bit in that dirty water and got some confidence in that dirty water. I went down to spend a day in the clear water, really didn't catch much, and just really felt like I could catch them on that big spinnerbait, but it was an afternoon bite. So yesterday, day 1, I stopped on my first spot where I had caught the one almost 6 pounds. Did not get a bite, and there was 3 of those main lake pockets right there in a row, and I left those 3 pockets with 0. I stopped on a little spot that I had found several years ago that's just got some wood on it, and I caught one on a spinnerbait off of that spot. And then I've got another spot that's actually a floater had blown up against no, that's not right. Yeah, no, I caught a fish off of that, but it was a short fish. And then I went down and I was just slower on that spinnerbait, and I caught 4 fish the first day, weighed 12. I had those 4 fish at 11 o'clock, and again, it's been an afternoon bite. My weigh-in was at 5. I thought certainly I could catch a 5th fish in 6 hours, and I never caught another keeper fish. I was so disappointed, and then I was eating. As much as I was disappointed, I was incredibly surprised when I weighed in. I was in the top 10, and I wound up 17th after the first day. Today, as we talked last night, I told the guys, I said, I think I will catch somewhere between 0 and 20 pounds, because I really didn't know if I could get a bite. And I caught 2 keepers, just 2 2-pounders right off the bat, even before I got my GoPro going, and never caught another keeper. I caught 5 big goo on my little Ned rig, on my little TRD, and I caught a couple of short fish on a square bill, and that was it. I mean, it was just a brutal day. My poor co-angler today never had a bite, and it's just not fun. In one of the first versions of this video that was a little bit profanity laced, if this was what bass fishing was, if this is what I had to fish all the time, I don't think I would fish. This is no fun. Been up here 3 times, and every time, oh, this lake is full of fish and you should be here.
you know what? In 3 tries, this lake has shown me nothing. You know, more than half the co-anglers zeroed yesterday. I don't know how many of the boater side zeroed, but a bunch. This is no fun. So the water was cold. It's 48, 49, 50 degrees. You could go up some of the creeks and up the Elk, and it was in the low 50s, 53, 54. But I struggled, and I'm not excited about coming back anytime soon. I'm sure Costa's going to bring us back here again next year, and I guess I'll make my decision whether I want to do that. You know, the Southwest Division has now become the Okie Division, as you know, 2 of the 3 tournaments are within 100 miles of each other here. So in the points, I'm probably in decent shape now. I'm sure if I fish the last tournament and I do anything at all, I'll qualify for the championship. But truthfully, I don't know that I care to drive. I don't know why they can't put a championship west of the Mississippi, other than the fact that they're not west of the Mississippi. But I'm not excited about going all the way to Gunnersville to fish against, well, on a lake I've never been on to fish against a bunch of locals. So I don't know what I'll fish the rest of the year, whether I'll fish the last Costa or not. You can tell I'm pretty disappointed in this one. I really was thinking I could make top 10 because I really thought they would bite for me today, and they didn't. So that's a Debbie Downer report, but that's my report. And we did have some fun shooting some video up here that we'll get up in the next few days. But this was a brutal 6 or 7 days of fishing. I wouldn't wish this on anybody that likes to fish. So I'm coming home, guys. Coming back to Texas. Can't wait to get home, catch some fish, have some fun. So I'll try to get a Rayburn report up as soon as I get back to Rayburn, or even before if I get some reports. We have some friends down from Ohio that are fishing for a week for fun, and they're good fishermen, so maybe they'll share some info with us and we'll get it posted up. Until then, thanks for tuning in, thanks for subscribing, thanks for sharing, and look for the video on the XFL, which you'll be seeing very, very soon. Thanks, guys. We'll see y'all soon.